In the grim darkness of the far future, there is no rest, even in death. He was once a hero of his chapter, a warrior whose name carried honor and fire. Now he is something else, something greater, something less, bound within the cold shell of an ancient war machine. A legendary space marine awakens to the call of battle again and again. Through centuries, through wars, through silence. What remains of the man beneath the armor must face not only the enemies of the Imperium, but the slow erosion of self beneath endless duty. From the smoke-choked ruins of forgotten worlds to the steel-echoing halls of the Mechanicus, the Entombed is a haunting and brutal journey through memory, faith, and the cost of eternal war.
Wake, Brother Orpheon.
The words are distant at first, a metallic echo reverberating through the void. The sound carries weight, not like a voice, but like the grinding of tectonic plates beneath the surface of a dying world. Orpheon's mind flickers into existence like the activation of an ancient cogitator, slow and incomplete. The first sensation is a hollow hum, a cold vibration crawling beneath his thoughts, filling the cavernous emptiness where his body should be. His mind stirs sluggishly against the darkness, pushing through the fog. Where? What? Why? A flood of sound assaults him, servo feedback and the hum of power conduits running through his limbs, pressure seals engaging, hydraulic fluid coursing through metal veins. The distant growl of a machine spirit stirring alongside him, a presence, alien yet familiar, lurking beneath the threshold of his consciousness. His body feels, no, not his body, it's not his.
Your vitals are stabilizing.
The voice cuts through the static, calm, even. A figure stands in the half-light beyond his distorted vision, crimson and silver plate reflecting the lumen strips lining the sarcophagus chamber. An augmented helm tilts slightly toward him. A hand rests on the edge of the tomb's control panel. Brother Vitron. Memory flickers. Assault dropship. Impact. The shock of bone breaking beneath ceramite. The smell of burning blood and ion discharge. Falling. Falling. And then silence.
Your transition is proceeding as expected.
Vitron's voice is measured, clinical.
Your functions are intact. Neural pathways stable. Power conduits linked.
His helmet lenses glow faintly as he studies the readings across the tomb's control interface.
You will adapt in time.
Orpheon tries to move. His limbs are heavy, alien. The resistance is immediate. His right arm twitches, and the groaning of servo motors fills the chamber. His head tilts, the feed from his optics lagging behind his intention to move. His limbs are leaden, his mind struggling to command them. This isn't right. He tries again, his left arm this time, but the feedback from the machine spirit pulses back through him, halting him mid-motion. The signal is overwhelming, almost invasive, as though something else is fighting for control of his own body. Not his body, no, not his. Orpheon's voice strains to emerge, but what comes is a low, distorted growl, vox-filtered and mechanical.
Where am I?
Vitron's gaze does not shift.
In the Reclusium, your internment was successful. You are intact.
What have you done to me?
The apothecaries recovered what they could.
Vitron's hand brushes the edge of the sarcophagus.
Your wounds were mortal. There was nothing left to save.
Orpheon's mind surges against the words. Nothing left to save. The pain, the death that should have come. He should have died. He should be dead. But he is not. He tries to rise, the thrum of power rippling through his limbs, but his right leg does not respond. His body shifts unevenly, and the machine itself resists. He growls, metal grinding on metal. The sound makes the tech marines stir.
You will adjust.
Vitron says. Orpheon's Vox speaker cracks as he speaks.
Take it off.
You have been granted a great honor.
Vitron's tone does not change. A second figure steps into Orpheon's blurred periphery. Another tech marine. Servo claws clicking in the low light. Reverent, almost prayerful. Incense burns from small vents in the chamber, mixing with the cold, chemical scent of machine oil. A ritual of awakening.
I didn't ask for this.
You were not given a choice.
Orpheon's metal limbs twitch involuntarily. His vision stabilizes, the augmented feeds aligning with his mind. The machine spirit's presence brushes up against his thoughts again. A cold, mechanized instinct that does not belong to him, that will never belong to him. His hands. He looks down at them, or rather, at the monstrous forms that now serve as his hands. 2 assault fists, massive and brutal, adorned with purity seals and sacred inscriptions, sanctified relics of the chapter. These hands are not his. They move when he wills them to. They move when the machine spirit wills them to. His breathing accelerates, or it should, but his chest does not rise, his body does not respond. He is aware now of the hollow echo within his chest, the absence of lungs, the absence of breath, the feeling of nothing, and his hands close into fists. The servos strain against his control. He feels the pressure, but not the sensation. His mind rebels against the disconnect. His limbs obey, but there is no tactile response, no human recognition of muscle or tension, only motion.
Accept this gift,
says one of the other tech marines. His voice is hollow beneath his Vox grill.
You are no longer bound by flesh. You are eternal now.
Orpheon tilts toward him, the slow grinding of his servos filling the air like the sound of shifting stone. He speaks, and the growl beneath his words is almost a threat.
This is not a gift.
You live.
Vitron replies, there is no malice, only quiet acceptance.
That is more than most.
Orpheon's fists tighten. The machine spirit stirs, subtle but present. His vision darkens at the edges as the tech marines key the sarcophagus into stasis mode. He feels the power dimming, his systems slowing.
You will understand in time,
Vitron says softly. Orpheon's optics dim. He hears the final rites spoken above him, the cold words of the Omnissiah's blessing. The shadows of his tech marines stand over him, reverent. His mind drifts at the edges. A final thought cuts through the darkness as his systems descend into low power mode. This is not life. This is not honor. He has become a dreadnought, and it is now his tomb. A pulse of red light flickers across his vision slit. Orpheon's thoughts stir reluctantly, his mind dragging itself through the dull resistance of the machine. His consciousness flickers weakly, scraping against the edges of awareness. The sarcophagus hums around him, a deep mechanical thrum that resonates through the ceramite plating of his war machine body. No breath, no heartbeat. His mind senses absence.
You are stabilizing,
says a voice. Calm, measured. Orpheon's vision slit swims into focus. The chamber is dim, lit only by the red haze of lumen strips lining the reclusium's walls. Heavy incense chokes the air, curling in thick coils beneath the flickering votive candles placed reverently at the base of the sarcophagus. His optics align, sharpening on the figure standing before him. Vitron. The tech marine stands at the foot of the Dreadnought, his crimson plate dulled beneath the haze of burning oil. His bionic eye pulses faintly with the green light of data streams, feeding him the readings from the sarcophagus. His left gauntlet rests lightly on the console beneath Orpheon's massive frame, fingers adjusting the control runes with practiced ease. Orpheon tries to move. The response is sluggish. His left arm shifts fractionally before locking up, the machine's servos grinding beneath the attempt. He tries again, focusing his thoughts toward the movement, his mind reaching for the connection to his limbs, but the signal feels muted, wrong, delayed. His right arm responds this time, a brief twitch, a grinding jerk as the hydraulics compensate for the imbalance. His colossal assault fist flexes, the adamantium plates closing with a hollow clunk. The motion is unnatural, alien. He feels the movement, but he doesn't feel it. No muscle tension, no burn of exertion, only cold compliance.
Control pathways are still calibrating.
Vitron says. His tone is steady, devoid of emotion.
It will take time.
Orpheon's fists clench. The servos growl in protest beneath the pressure. His body is slow, unresponsive, but the machine spirit stirs beneath it, a flicker of awareness beneath his own thoughts. It pulses against his mind, like an intrusive whisper, alien and cold. A low growl emerges from his vox speakers.
This is wrong.
Vitron's gaze rises toward him. His face remains impassive beneath the crimson light of the lumen strips.
It is new.
No,
Orpheon's voice distorts beneath the crackling of his vox.
not to me.
Vitron steps closer, his gauntlet resting against the base of the sarcophagus. His gaze settles just beneath Orpheon's vision slit. The reflective gleam of his bionic eye pulses faintly.
You are connected to the sarcophagus. Your neural pathways are fused to the war machine. You and the machine are now one.
This is not union.
Orpheon's fists close again. The sound is hollow, the sensation artificial.
This is imprisonment.
Vitron's expression does not change, but Orpheon detects the subtle edge of tension beneath his voice. A thin shadow of something like regret.
You will adjust.
Vitron says. Orpheon's vision narrows, the edges of his optics bleeding red static.
Why?
Vitron's bionic eye pulses.
Why did you not let me die?
The air thickens. The other tech marines along the perimeter of the chamber lower their gaze. The votive candles flicker beneath the dull pressure of the ventilation systems. The scent of burning oils and machine lubricant mixes with the dry sterility of recycled oxygen. Vitron does not look away.
Because you are too valuable to lose.
Orpheon's servo motors hiss beneath the pressure of his closing fists. The machine spirit's presence pulses again beneath his thoughts. Reactive, coiled beneath the surface. Heat bleeds into his awareness. A mechanical translation of muscle tension that no longer exists. His voice emerges low, bitter beneath the growl of his vox.
I was not a relic to be preserved.
No.
Vitron's tone darkens, his gaze steady.
You were a weapon, and weapons are reforged.
The machine spirit shifts within him, a subtle pressure at the edges of his mind. He feels it attempting to align with his thoughts, to connect, to synchronize. His mind resists. His limbs tremble beneath the interference.
I am not just a weapon.
A weapon does not feel fear. or grief.
Vitron's tone lowers, almost soft. He steps closer.
You are still Orpheon. The flesh has passed, but the mind remains.
Orpheon's thoughts scatter beneath the weight of the contradiction. His mind rebels. He feels the cold feedback loop between his thoughts and the machine spirit. His limbs respond to instinct, but not feeling. His mind commands, but does not inhabit. He tries to breathe. He cannot. There is no breath, no heartbeat, only silence beneath the hum of the war machine.
I cannot feel.
Orpheon's vox speaker distorts beneath the rising static.
I cannot remember what it was to feel.
You will.
Vitron says. His voice is low but steady.
In time.
I don't want time.
Vitron's hand rises toward the control panel. His gauntlet brushes the activation rune. Orpheon's systems flicker beneath the data stream, a low rumble of power cycling down through his frame.
I didn't ask for this.
Orpheon growls. His fists twitch against the pull of the shutdown sequence.
You were not given a choice.
The systems pulse beneath him. The machine spirit hums softly beneath his thoughts. His limbs grow heavier beneath the low-pressure cycle. His mind scrambles against the pull of sleep.
No.
His limbs jerk against the failing power, his fists grinding against the edge of his chassis.
No.
It's time to rest.
Vitron's hand lowers. The activation rune pulses beneath his palm. The hum of power begins to fade. Orpheon's thoughts flicker, struggling against the closing of the cycle. His limbs grow sluggish beneath the draw of the sarcophagus sleep protocols. His vision darkens at the edges.
You will wake again.
Vitron says softly. Orpheon's thoughts splinter beneath the pull of sleep. The edges of his awareness crumble. His vision narrows to a thin slit of red static. His last thought hangs at the edge of his dying awareness. I do not want to wake again, and then there is nothing. The chamber hums with the quiet sound of dying power conduits. Orpheon's optics flicker weakly within the narrow slit of his vision field, his awareness hovering just beneath the threshold of full cognition. His limbs hang in mechanical suspension, weightless, unresponsive, slack beneath the low-power standby protocols of his sarcophagus. The silence is unbearable. Then footsteps, slow and measured, the sound of armored boots against polished steel. The edge of his optics glows faintly as his vision stabilizes, aligning once more to the dim red haze of the Reclusiam's lumen strips. Vitron stands before him. The Techmarine's face is shadowed beneath the low light, his crimson plate illuminated faintly by the glow of the control console at his side. His gauntlets are bare, ceramite gloves removed, exposing the augmetic wiring beneath his fingers as he calibrates the sarcophagus's hibernation protocols. Orpheon feels the subtle pulse of the machine spirit beneath his thoughts, a low thrum of coiled energy humming beneath the surface of his mind. It's muted now, distant, already receding beneath the low pressure of the sleep cycle.
I will be engaging the deep sleep protocols shortly,
Vitron says. His voice is calm, almost gentle.
Once the stasis field engages, you will not wake for some time.
Orpheon's optics pulse faintly. His thoughts flicker.
How long?
Vitron's gaze meets his. The bionic eye pulses with pale green light.
Years.
A pause.
Perhaps centuries.
Centuries. Orpheon's thoughts fray at the edges. His fists tighten, the servo feedback translating into cold pressure beneath his machine frame. He processes the weight of it slowly, the span of time, the erosion of memory, the inevitable loss that will come with it.
And when I wake?
Orpheon asks.
You will fight.
A distant vibration coils through the machine plate beneath him. The sound of stabilizers recalibrating. The pressure of the sarcophagus's fluid systems hiss beneath the mounting preparation cycle. Orpheon's thoughts slide toward the edge of unease.
This is not rest.
No,
Vitron agrees.
it is not.
The other tech marines are gone now. Only Vitron remains, standing beneath the towering frame of Orpheon's war machine body. A quiet tension lingers beneath the surface of his voice, something unspoken, something heavy. Orpheon's vox speaker crackles.
What if I forget?
Vitron's gaze steadies. His bionic eye pulses with reflected light.
You will.
A silence passes between them. Orpheon's thoughts cycle beneath the pressure of the machine spirit, his mind scraping against the inevitability of it. The future stretching forward, a long broken thread of awakening and forgetting. Battle after battle, sleep after sleep. The slow erosion of self beneath the relentless weight of war. Orpheon growls low beneath his breath.
Then what will be left?
Vitron's voice softens.
Only purpose.
Orpheon's fists unclench. The resistance in his limbs fades beneath the settling weight of the machine spirit's influence. His thoughts drift. His mind lingers at the edge of the moment. He feels the dark pull of the deep sleep protocols, already pressing at the boundaries of his consciousness. Vitron steps closer. His bare hand touches the edge of the sarcophagus's control panel. His expression hardens beneath the pale glow of the lumen lights.
You fought to protect your brothers.
Vitron says quietly.
That part of you remains.
Orpheon's thoughts reel beneath the statement. He feels the distant echo of memory, the brief flicker of faces, voices, half-formed recollections blurred at the edges. His brothers, the last battle, the moment before death, the death that never came.
I didn't ask for this.
Orpheon growls.
I know.
A pause.
I would have let you die
Vitron says quietly.
if it had been my choice.
Orpheon's thoughts recoil beneath the weight of the statement. His optics pulse faintly beneath the red light of the chamber.
But it wasn't my choice.
Vitron continues, his gaze darkens.
And now you must carry this.
Orpheon's thoughts drift. His awareness spirals beneath the dark pull of the sleep protocols. He feels the presence of the machine spirit unraveling beneath the cooling pressure of the sarcophagus's hydraulic systems.
I don't want this.
Orpheon says.
I know.
Vitron replies. His hand lowers toward the primary interface, activating the final stage of the sleep cycle.
That is why I am sorry.
Orpheon's vision darkens at the edges. His limbs grow slack beneath the rising weight of the suspension systems. A low hum pulses beneath his frame. The soft, rhythmic compression of stabilizers sealing the sarcophagus's internal structure. Vitron's voice is low.
Rest now, brother.
Orpheon's optics flicker. His thoughts thin beneath the mounting tide of static. The presence of the machine spirit fades, unraveling beneath the pressure of neural disconnection. And then, silence, darkness. A slow, numbing descent into oblivion. Time dissolves. There is no measure of it, no tether to memory, no linear passage of thought. He floats beneath the current of unconsciousness, weightless and without anchor. His mind sinks deeper, spiraling beneath the pressure of the sarcophagus's protocols. His thoughts stretch into nothingness. The silence becomes endless. The self unravels. Memory fades. There is no sense of self now. No thought. No presence. He is gone. Lost beneath the black tide. Floating in the deep quiet. And then, without warning, he wakes. A violent surge of light and sound explodes across his consciousness. His optics burn with the sudden overload of sensory input. Pressure crashes through his limbs. His limbs respond before thought aligns. The machine spirit screams beneath his mind. Alert, orbital descent engaged. Data floods into his mind, piercing his thoughts like spikes of iron. His vision is blinding white light, distorted by the atmospheric friction of re-entry. His limbs lock into position. Targeting data floods his neural links, triangulated markers, heat signatures, enemy formations. Objective: exterminate. His sarcophagus burns beneath the pressure of gravitational descent. External plating glows red-hot beneath the friction of atmosphere. Thunder shakes the chamber. Red warning lights pulse across his vision. Armor integrity at 87%. Plasma core stabilizing. Orbital drop estimated impact. 00:08 seconds. He crashes through the atmosphere like a meteor. The pull of gravity tears at his frame, vibrating through his limbs. The machine spirit roars beneath the interface, aligning his thoughts with combat algorithms. The ground rushes toward him. The transmission hums beneath the signal stream. Data aligning. Orders received. Targets confirmed. The neural links burn beneath the force of alignment. His mind strains beneath the sudden clarity of purpose. Orpheon's fists flex. Servo motors lock into position. Hydraulic stabilizers engage. 4 seconds. The battlefield stretches below him. Dark smoke, blinding light. A storm of enemy heat signatures converging on friendly coordinates. 3 seconds. Orpheon's mind sharpens. The fog of sleep dissolves beneath the clean precision of war. 2 seconds. His limbs are not heavy now. They are weightless. His targeting systems align. His assault fists flex beneath the surge of power. 1 second. Impact. The ground erupts beneath the force of his descent. Stone and soil scatter beneath the shockwave. Orpheon rises, his twin assault fists raised beneath the glare of orbital fire. His optics sharpen beneath the battlefield haze. For the chapter. And then he charges. His optics ignite in a flash of crimson light, vision aligning violently to the distorted haze of the battlefield. Red and amber lumen runes burn across his display, flashing tactical overlays into his consciousness faster than his thoughts can catch them. Alert. Multiple hostiles present threat level. Maximum friendly formations. Fragmented primary. Objective: eliminate. His limbs respond before his mind does. Servo motors lock into position, hydraulic pressure flooding through his adamantium frame. The machine spirit coils beneath his thoughts, reactive, aggressive. It aligns his motions with a predatory ease, feeding threat assessment data into his mind, even as his assault fists begin to swing. The first strike pulverizes a figure clad in spiked plate. Bone and ceramite shatter beneath the crushing blow. A spray of blood smears across the cracked stone of the battlefield. His left fist follows, punching through another enemy's torso in a grinding burst of hydraulic force. The enemy collapses. His targeting reticule shifts. His optics sharpen. More targets. His fists lash out. actuators whining beneath the pressure of repeated impact. A monstrous warrior clad in Baroque armor lunges toward him, twin chain blades screaming as they descend toward his midsection. Orpheon's right arm pivots smoothly, intercepting the strike. His left fist drives forward, direct, mechanical. The blow catches the enemy in the chest. A pulse of power surges through his frame as the assault fist crushes through ceramite and bone. The chain blades fall silent as the ruined body collapses beneath him. Orpheon steps forward. His limbs are heavy but obedient. The machine spirit feeds his movements, aligning the targeting pathways to his thoughts. His mind, however, lags behind. The battlefield distorts at the edges of his vision, a blur of crimson and black, broken by the intermittent pulse of lance fire and the muted rumble of bolter detonations. His optics scan the warriors beside him, transmitting data into his neural feed. Chapter heraldry overlays across his display. Familiar colors, familiar sigils, unfamiliar faces. They fight beside him, calling out to each other over the vox. Their voices echo faintly beneath the noise of battle, muted beneath the machine spirit's tactical data stream. He recognizes the cadence of their speech, the war prayers they shout between bolter bursts. But not the men themselves. Decades. It has been decades since his last awakening. To him, it feels like mere moments. Another warrior falls before him, chest punched through by a storm of shrapnel. The wounded marine stumbles toward him, reaching out with a gauntleted hand. Orpheon steps past him without acknowledgement. His targeting overlay shifts to the nearest enemy signature, threat markers flaring across his field of vision. Another blow, another kill. A creature 3 meters tall and wrapped in barbed, corrupted plate lunges from the smoke. Its mouth is a jagged maw of rusted iron and wet meat, burning with the unnatural glow of warp corruption. Orpheon's fists rise instinctively. His right fist crushes the creature's malformed skull. His left fist follows, smashing its ruined frame into the mud. Threat neutralized. Advance to objective marker. Orpheon steps forward. Hydraulic pistons hiss beneath the weight of his assault chassis. His limbs respond with brutal precision, calibrated and precise beneath the machine spirit's guidance. His fists rise and fall with the mechanical detachment of a siege engine. Another blow, another kill, another threat eliminated, and yet he feels nothing. No rage, no satisfaction, no purpose beyond the cold transmission of orders and the clean simplicity of execution. He moves as the machine spirit directs. He functions as intended. He kills as required. But beneath the smooth function of limb and metal, his thoughts strain against the cold weight of confusion. His optics sharpen toward the warriors fighting alongside him, men bearing his chapter's heraldry, their armor streaked with the ash of burning promethium and the gore of close-quarters combat. He does not know their names. He does not know their faces, and they do not call out to him as a brother. They call him Ancient, a title, a reverence weighted beneath centuries of expectation. The warriors glance toward him mid-battle, their eyes gleaming beneath bloodied helms, with the kind of quiet awe one reserves for relics rather than men. He steps over the corpse of a fallen enemy. His fists twitch beneath the residual pressure feedback from the last impact. The machine responds smoothly, without hesitation. His mind, however, lingers. The last battle he remembers was not this one. The last warriors he fought beside are long gone, dead beneath the mud and the black sun of a distant war zone. Vitron's words flicker in his memory.
You will wake again, and you will fight.
He fights. He kills. He functions. But he is no longer part of them. He is a weapon among them. No more. A figure to his left drops to one knee, shoulder shattered beneath a blow from a corrupted axe. Orpheon's optics scan the Marine's armor, worn markings along the greaves, a single purity seal scorched beneath the heat of plasma fire, and no name, no history, another unknown. Orpheon's left fist lashes out, pulverizing the enemy standing over the wounded Marine. Bone and plate rupture beneath the impact. The wounded Marine's gaze rises toward him, awe and uncertainty flickering behind the cracked faceplate of his helm.
Ancient,
The Marine breathes. Orpheon steps past him without acknowledgement. His fists rise once more, his targeting reticule aligns. The machine spirit pulses beneath his thoughts, narrowing the next firing solution into his neural core. A flash of las fire tears across the smoke-choked air. A nearby Marine screams as his armor bursts beneath the impact. Orpheon pivots smoothly, left fist hammering into the core of the nearest enemy. Efficient, brutal, clinical. He moves through the enemy like a machine of war, his limbs responding with practiced efficiency. His mind processes the battle as a tactical simulation. Kill, advance, secure. But he feels nothing. The battle ends. The last of the enemy collapses beneath his fist, its broken frame twitching in the dirt. His targeting grid pulses, recalibrating, searching for new threats. None appear.
Eastern flanks secured.
A voice says through the voxnet. Orpheon's optics flicker toward the surviving warriors. They are gathering, securing the perimeter. Taking stock of the casualties, battle brothers move through the smoke, their armor blackened with plasma burns, their helms reflecting the dim red haze of orbital fire. A figure approaches, a sergeant. He removes his helm, revealing a scarred face beneath, short-cropped hair, tired, sunken eyes.
Ancient,
The sergeant says. His voice is steady, respectful.
the flank held because of you.
Orpheon's targeting reticles flicker. The figure before him is a stranger. His squad markings are wrong. His face is unknown. His name. Orpheon searches his memory. There is nothing.
What is your name?
The sergeant hesitates. Confusion flickers across his face.
You'll know me, Ancient. I am Sergeant Variance.
The name means nothing,
I do not know you.
Orpheon says. The sergeant's expression hardens.
You fought beside me before on Galen. You saved my squad from the Tyrannid Vanguard.
Orpheon's optics dim. He searches his memory. Galon, a hollow space where that memory should exist. His tactical logs show the mission parameters, engagement, kill ratios, strategic withdrawal, all recorded, all present. But the faces are absent. The names are gone.
I do not remember.
Orpheon says. The sergeant's face darkens. He hesitates, as though searching for something to say, and then bows his head.
Of course, Ancient.
The warriors around him begin to withdraw. Drop ships roar across the blackened sky, cutting down through the smoke. Recovery teams move into position. Tactical grid resolution stabilizes. Orpheon's frame disengages from combat stance. A low hum echoes through his internal vox channels. Threat neutralized. Secondary objective identified. Advance to position. 12 Alpha. Orpheon obeys. Not because he chooses to. Not because he feels driven to protect the brothers beside him. Because it is function. His fists lash out. Enemies collapse beneath the pressure of adamantium and ceramite. Hydraulic motors surge beneath his limbs, feeding him the cold inertia of momentum and strike vectors. His mind pulses beneath the clean efficiency of it. But beneath the mechanical precision, beneath the clean execution of programmed function, there is nothing. No pride, no glory. Only the dull repetition of a cycle without end. Another kill, another order, another step toward the inevitable. Alert, friendly casualties. At 27% reinforcements required. Orpheon's optics flicker beneath the red haze of his targeting reticule. His assault fists rise, his targeting overlay shifts. The machine spirit aligns his thoughts with the next execution solution. Another order, another strike, another death. And so, he obeys. The battlefield falls away. Smoke curls into the sky, black and oily, drifting upward like a funeral shroud. The air reeks of charred ceramite, of scorched bone, and the bitter tang of ion discharge. The ground is a mire of blood and crushed metal, strewn with bodies. Some his brothers, some their enemies, all equally motionless now. Orpheon stands motionless amid the ruin. The machine spirit is subdued now, dormant beneath the quiet hum of post-battle stasis. His limbs are slack, dripping blood from the joints. The war is over. The cycle has ended. For now. Retrieval order confirmed, suspension protocol initiated. The cold pulse of shutdown begins to wash over his limbs. His vision narrows. His thoughts grow distant. The battlefield fades beneath the encroaching dark. Time slips away. Light. His optics flicker back online, vision sharpening as power surges through his sarcophagus frame. The red glare of war is gone, replaced with the dim amber glow of lumen strips flickering along the reclusium walls. The hum of maintenance servitors echoes faintly through the chamber. He is still, inactive, suspended. For
How long?
Brother.
Vitron's voice, low and steady. The sound cuts through the static hum of the sarcophagus systems, grounding Orpheon's mind against the pull of confusion.
You are restored.
Vitron says.
Your chassis endured minimal structural compromise. Your core functions remain stable.
Orpheon's optics adjust, his vision focusing on the crimson shape standing before him. Vitron's armor is different now. His shoulder plate carries new sigils, new patterns etched in iron across the red of his war plate. The sacred markings of Mars have grown more elaborate, more intricate, like the roots of an ancient tree twisting deeper into soil.
You fought well.
Vitron continues. His gauntlet rests against the control panel, fingers tracing the activation runes with absent familiarity.
The chapter prevailed.
Orpheon tries to speak. His vox grill crackles, distorted static breaking the silence before his voice finally drags itself into clarity.
How long?
Vitron's gaze shifts upward, settling on the dull red glow of Orpheon's vision slit.
2 decades.
2 decades. To Orpheon, it had been moments. A blink, a heartbeat. The battlefield seemed as fresh in his mind as the scent of burning promethium, the screams of his brothers still ringing in his thoughts. 2 decades. He tries to recall the faces of those he had fought beside, his brothers who had bled in the mud and fire at his side. Their armor was clear enough in his memory, their chapter's colors vibrant in his mind. But the faces are gone. The shapes blur, the names dissolve into static. He tries to remember, truly remember, but the images slip away, smothered beneath the dull pressure of the machine spirit's presence.
Brother,
Orpheon rumbles, his vox distorted.
who were they?
Vitron's face hardens. He does not need to ask what Orpheon means.
Gone.
Vitron says simply.
Replaced.
The words strike like a hammer against Orpheon's mind. The brothers he had fought beside, names unknown, faces forgotten, all reduced to a single word. Gone. Orpheon's optics dim slightly. He feels the cold pressure of something unfamiliar tightening within him, something like loss, but blunted and faint, distant.
You will know them soon enough.
Vitron says. He gestures toward the votive candles scattered along the base of the sarcophagus, each flame marking a name, a memory, a life.
There will always be more.
Another war. The cycle repeats. He wakes again, red light screaming in his vision slit, the machine's spirit burning with violent purpose. His limbs obey before his thoughts align. His fists crush skulls, his frame pounds the earth like a living siege engine. The enemy falls, and Orpheon advances. His brothers shout commands over the vox. Their voices are strange, unfamiliar. They call each other by names he does not recognize. Adrian, Corin, Silas. But these names mean nothing to him. The men he fought beside last are gone. The warriors who called him ancient are dead. The blood he shed for them is already buried beneath the dust of forgotten battlefields. He tries to remember their faces. He cannot. He wakes again. New war. New faces. The sigils of his chapter have shifted, the gold now duller, the crimson warplate trimmed with new markings that mean nothing to him. The Marines beside him look younger now, their armor is lighter, their weapons sleeker. They fight beside him like strangers. He fights because it is all he can do. He wakes again. New voices, new names. He no longer tries to remember. And yet, Vitron remains, always there, waiting for him after each battle. The armor changes, the battles blur, but Vitron is a constant, a presence in the dark that never fades.
You fought well.
Vitron tells him again, standing at the foot of his sarcophagus.
Your chapter grows stronger.
Orpheon's voice grinds low from his vox grill.
I don't know them.
I know.
Vitron replies. His voice is calm, steady, yet there's something deeper beneath it now. Weariness, a hint of sorrow.
You will, in time.
But Orpheon knows that is a lie. He listens as Vitron tells him of their chapter's victories, of the glories won, the heroes who died with their blades raised high in defiance. Orpheon listens to the names, tries to bind them to memories, tries to fix them in his thoughts. But by the time Vitron finishes, the names are already gone. The memories crumble. The faces dissolve. His mind empties itself like a leaking wound, and the names are lost before they can take root. The timeline is breaking. The battles are bleeding into one another, becoming a blur of static and motion. His mind is unwinding beneath the weight of too many wars, too many faces. Time is slipping away from him.
Tell me again.
Orpheon asks, his voice distant and low.
Tell me their names again.
Vitron's face tightens.
You won't remember.
I know,
Orpheon replies,
but tell me anyway.
and so Vitron does. He speaks their names, the fallen, the victorious, the lost. He speaks as though it matters, as though those names will linger inside Orpheon's shattered mind for more than a fleeting moment. But as Vitron speaks, Orpheon can already feel the names slipping away. each one fading like smoke. "Wake, brother Orpheon." The words drag him upward from the black. His mind ignites beneath the sudden surge of sensory input. Power cycling through his warframe, hydraulics engaging, targeting systems aligning. His optics flare red. Data floods his mind in sharp pulses of machine code. Threat level: yellow. Primary. Objective: restore readiness. Core systems: stable. He awakens into the dim glow of the reclusiam. Lumen strips flicker weakly along the high walls. The incense smoke is thicker than usual, curling lazily through the air, suffocating the sterile chill of the chamber. He expects to see Vitron standing before him. He expects to hear his voice, steady, patient, grounding him against the dark tide of confusion. He expects the familiar weight of that presence. But Vitron is not there. Instead, a figure stands before him, a figure clad in the crimson and iron of the Mechanicus, his warplate etched with unfamiliar sigils, and a fresh coat of ceremonial oil. His movements are smooth, precise. His posture lacks warmth. Orpheon's optics narrow beneath the sliver of his vision slit. His targeting reticule shifts, locking onto the figure's profile. Augmetic interfacing runes overlay across his vision. Identification: Brother Theus. Rank: Tech Marine Service. Record: 224 years.
Diagnostic complete.
A voice says, not Vitron. Theus's face is cold beneath the sheen of his crimson warplate. His bionic eye pulses faintly, tracking the data stream across Orpheon's sarcophagus interface. His expression is clinical, dispassionate.
Brother Orpheon.
Theus says. His tone is devoid of emotion.
Your systems are operational. Restoration complete. Core integrity within acceptable tolerances.
Orpheon's fists flex beneath the dormant pulse of the machine spirit. His mind is slow, processing the disconnect between the familiarity of the chamber and the absence of Vitron's voice. He tries to rise. The hydraulics in his frame respond smoothly without resistance. His right assault fist twitches toward activation position, locking into place with a low thrum of pressure release. Theus's gaze does not shift.
Who are you?
The Tech Marine's helm tilts slightly. The green glow of his optics flickers in the dim light. His servo arms shift behind him, adjusting with quiet, mechanical precision.
I am Brother Theus.
He says. His tone is clinical, measured, stripped of warmth.
Tech Marine of the Third Company. I have been assigned as your caretaker.
Assigned?
Orpheon's voice rumbles through the external vox, distorted and cold beneath the weight of static interference. His frame vibrates beneath him as his neural connection fully synchronizes with the machine spirit.
Correct.
Orpheon's optics flicker. His combat grid cycles. His thoughts drift beneath the low hum of machine code feedback. His awareness sharpens beneath the tension of confusion. Orpheon's vox grill crackles beneath the distortion of his voice.
Where is Brother Vitron?
Theus's gaze meets his. His bionic eye pulses coldly.
Vitron is dead.
The words strike like a thunderbolt through his mind. His fists clench involuntarily, the servos whining beneath the sudden pressure spike. The machine spirit stirs in response, instinctive, reactive. Orpheon's voice sharpens beneath the distortion of his vox.
When?
Theus's response is immediate.
Over 3 years ago.
A hollow sound vibrates through Orpheon's frame. A low grinding from the internal strain of his servo motors locking under tension. his optics pulse flickering beneath the red haze of his targeting array. His thoughts stumble, misfiring beneath the sudden clash of memory and reality. 3 years. Impossible. Vitron had been there after the last battle. He had spoken to him. He had prepared him for the next awakening. His voice had been clear. He had been... Orpheon's mind fractures beneath the weight of it. Orpheon's targeting reticules narrow. His mind stretches backward, searching through the fragmented ruins of his memory. He feels the shape of the knowledge, the hollow space where it once resided, a memory already lost.
No.
Yes,
No.
you have learned this before.
Theus says. His tone does not change.
It is recorded within your data logs.
The realization slams through Orpheon's mind with the force of a bolter round. He has already learned this. He has already grieved this. And then he forgot.
No.
His voice emerges as a low snarl of distorted vox static. The word growls low beneath the distortion of his vox. His limbs jerk beneath the surge of hydraulic pressure. His mind strains against the crushing weight of realization, the fragmented understanding that this has already happened, that he has already known this loss, that he has forgotten it, that he will forget it again. He remembers the grief, the emptiness, the sound of Vitron's voice fading into memory. He remembers standing in this chamber, asking these same questions, feeling the same hollow ache, and now he must suffer it all over again. Theus' helm tilts. His servo arms curl inward.
You have asked about Vitron in every prior awakening. I have answered you each time.
Each time. The memory comes in jagged flashes. Vitron's face beneath the darkened glow of the reclusiam. Vitron's hand against his armor. Vitron speaking to him in the wake of battle. The quiet hum of his servo arms. The calm timbre of his voice. Orpheon's thoughts spiral inward. He has already known this, already suffered it, already endured the weight of it. And then he forgot.
How did he die?
Vitron was killed in battle on the edge of the Gore Rift. His position was overrun. His body was never recovered.
You are certain?
Yes.
How?
Orpheon's thoughts fracture beneath the weight of static.
How long since I last knew this?
Theus's gaze does not shift.
You have asked this before.
Orpheon's frame shudders beneath the pressure of machine tension. His limbs tremble. The hum of the machine spirit pulses faintly against his thoughts, a cold undercurrent beneath the chaos unraveling through his mind.
Why?
Why what?
Why can I not remember?
Theus' helm tilts again. His optics narrow beneath the flicker of crimson light.
Because you are not meant to.
Orpheon's servos hiss as his limbs shift beneath him. His frame vibrates beneath the cold hum of the machine spirit's passive engagement state. His targeting systems flicker, adjusting.
That was taken from me.
Not taken.
Theus's tone is steady.
Lost. Faded. Beneath the weight of time and cognitive degradation. Memories are fragile things. You were never meant to carry them for this long.
Then what am I supposed to hold on to?
Purpose.
Orpheon's optics flicker.
Purpose.
You are a weapon of the chapter. You are a relic of the first company. You are honored beyond measure. You will forget again.
Theus says. His voice remains clinical, detached.
In time.
The truth of it cuts deeper than any blade. He knows it is true. He can feel the memory already eroding, slipping beneath the dark tide of his fragmented mind. His fists lower. The weight of it settles across his frame like chains. His thoughts slip beneath the cold gravity of inevitability.
This is a curse.
Orpheon's voice distorts.
Not an honor.
Theus tilts his head slightly. His expression does not change.
Honor is irrelevant. Only function remains.
Theus's hand rises toward the control panel. His gauntlet brushes the edge of the interface. The sleep cycle begins to stir beneath the surface of Orpheon's mind, a distant cold pressure tightening around the edges of his thoughts. Orpheon's limbs tighten beneath him. His frame vibrates with slow mechanical tension. His thoughts drift beneath the hollow static of the machine spirit's neural interface.
Vitron, he told me I would remember him.
He was wrong.
Orpheon's optics sharpen. His frame shifts beneath the weight of his armor. Theus's servo arms twitch behind him, his mechanical gaze steady beneath the glow of his helm's optics.
Rest now.
Theus says.
No.
Orpheon growls, limbs straining against the pull of the sleep protocols.
No, I am not finished.
You are.
Theus replies. His voice is hollow.
Until you are needed again.
Orpheon's vision darkens at the edges. His servo motors slow beneath the failing power cycle. His mind recoils beneath the soft, invasive pressure of neural disconnect. His thoughts twist beneath the rising tide of darkness. The realization is unbearable. Not just the loss, but the certainty of it. He will forget. He will wake again. He will ask for Vitron. He will hear these words. He will grieve. And he will forget again. Over and over and over. There will be no peace, no release. Only this endless repetition.
I don't want this.
It is not for you to want.
Theus says. His hand lowers toward the final activation rune.
Rest now, brother Orpheon.
Orpheon's optics pulse weakly. His fists slacken beneath the dying hum of the machine spirit. His thoughts spiral downward, slipping beneath the pull of cold stasis. Theus's voice echoes faintly as the chamber darkens.
You will wake again.
I do not want to forget.
You will.
Orpheon's frame settles beneath the weight of his own armor. His limbs begin to shut down. His mind compresses beneath the cold static of sleep state protocols.
I do not want to forget him.
And yet you will.
Orpheon's awareness collapses inward. His thoughts thin beneath the weight of sleep protocols. Theus remains standing.
Initiating neural sleep protocols. Shutting down primary cognition. Engaging hibernation state.
Orpheon's optics dim. His awareness shrinks. His thoughts fragment beneath the black tide of machine code. Wake, brother Orpheon. The words drag him upward through static and smoke. But this time the pull is weaker. His mind flickers into awareness like a dying ember, sluggish beneath the weight of system errors and reactor instability. Crimson warnings burn through his optics. Reactor integrity. 23% plasma. Core bleeding hydraulic pressure. Critical weapons offline, severe structural damage. The machine spirit stirs weakly beneath his mind. A flicker of presence dull and thin, barely responding beneath the mounting weight of failure reports. His vision sputters, the fractured battlefield before him swimming in broken focus. Damage. Extensive. Figures move through the smoke, a haze of red and black and bronze. The battered forms of his chapter falling back beneath the relentless surge of enemy fire. A plasma bolt scythes through the smoke, punching through the chest of a wounded Marine. Another figure falls beneath the brutal arc of a rusted chain axe, limbs flailing in the mud before going still. Orpheon watches it happen, detached, cold. He tries to move. His right arm does not respond. His left servos grind and lock beneath the strain of misaligned hydraulics. His limbs feel distant, alien beneath the mounting fog of neural interference. He hears the labored hiss of fractured stabilizers, struggling to compensate for the structural collapse in his lower frame. Left actuator malfunctioning, core pressure failing, structural integrity compromised. Enemy shapes emerge through the smoke, a tide of warped plate and jagged iron, skull helms and flayed muscle twisted by the filth of the warp. The corrupted warriors close in. Orpheon's limbs twitch beneath the soft, dying pressure of the machine spirit's influence. His left fist rises, a slow, uneven gesture. The actuators scream as his arm strains against the damage. The blow crashes downward, crushing one of the advancing forms beneath a hollow burst of bone and metal. But the motion is weak, sluggish. This is not the strength he remembers. This is the broken echo of strength. Another bolt of plasma tears across his shoulder plating, melting through adamantium into the muscle tissue and artificial nerves beneath. His vision flares with static. Hydraulic pressure bleeds through his damaged frame. Orpheon does not feel pain. He has not felt pain for centuries, but his mind registers the damage. More shapes converge, barbed halberds and jagged blades rising toward him through the haze of smoke and fire. His limbs refuse him. His fists grind weakly beneath the shuddering failure of pressure feedback. He tries to raise his right arm, but the targeting servos collapse beneath the mounting instability of his power core. Reactor integrity, 17% system failure, imminent machine spirit, unresponsive. A figure clad in black iron steps forward, its rusted helm leering beneath the pulse of distant firelight. A two-handed chain blade descends toward him. Orpheon's targeting systems flare weakly, too slow. The impact shears through his left vambrace, cutting deep beneath the adamantium plating. His arm severs at the joint with a sickening crunch. Orpheon's frame buckles. His left assault fist crashes into the mud beneath him, a useless, twitching ruin of broken metal and shorn cables. He hears the distant scream of core overload warning signals echoing through his neural interface. Stabilization failure. Left limb severed. Power core, 12%. He tries to rise. His remaining limb braces beneath him, but the damaged stabilizers fail to compensate. His frame sinks, heavy and unbalanced. His right leg collapses beneath the weight of fractured support braces. The corrupted figure raises its blade for the killing blow. Orpheon's remaining fist lashes out. The blow connects. The corrupted figure collapses beneath the impact, skull caving inward. But the machine spirit's influence is fading. His optics dim beneath the flicker of corrupted system feedback. His mind strains to focus, but the clarity of war is gone now. His thoughts drifting beneath the thin pressure of dying synaptic feedback. The machine's spirit no longer aligns him. The connection is weakening. He feels the weight of it now, the weight of absence. The machine's spirit was always there, a presence beneath the surface of his mind, directing him, aligning him, sharpening his movements into efficient killing instinct. But now it is leaving him. His limbs tremble beneath the absence of that influence. His thoughts stumble, disconnected from the familiar pulse of machine-guided reflex. His fist lowers. His servos fail to respond. His mind reaches toward the machine spirit, searching for the connection, but it is no longer there. Abandoned. Alone. A blast of plasma fire tears through his side, shattering his remaining vambrace. The impact sends his massive frame tilting sideways, crashing into the broken ground beneath him. Hydraulic pressure bleeds from his shattered chassis, his limbs twitching weakly beneath the failure of his stabilizers. His optics flicker. Static bleeds across his field of vision. His targeting overlay fades. The warriors of his chapter are falling back, disappearing beneath the tide of enemy fire. They are leaving him behind. Orpheon's limbs jerk weakly beneath him. His servo motors grind uselessly. His limbs are leaden. The pressure feedback is gone. His mind strains against the void left behind by the machine spirit's absence. This is it. No retrieval order will come. No recovery team will arrive. He is too damaged, too broken. They will not save him. They will let him die. And for the first time in centuries, he feels relief. Orpheon's remaining fist lowers. His vision darkens beneath the pulse of failing power systems. Another corrupted figure steps toward him. Orpheon does not resist. He cannot. Another plasma bolt slams into his exposed frame. His right leg buckles completely. His power core trembles beneath the failing weight of core integrity. Reactor integrity, 9% machine spirit, offline neural interface, collapsing. Orpheon's mind begins to fracture, thoughts thin beneath the pull of static. He sinks toward the ground, massive, broken, hollow. For centuries he fought. For centuries he endured. Through pain, through loss, through memory and forgetting. But now, this is the end. There will be no awakening, no cycle, no repetition, no forgetting. The machine spirit does not answer him now. The weight of eternity presses down upon him, and at last, the iron begins to break. The battlefield fades. Static hums through his mind, a thin, distorted vibration crawling beneath the broken edges of his thoughts. His optics flicker weakly beneath the mounting tide of system failure. His limbs twitch, unresponsive beneath the weight of shattered hydraulics and broken stabilizers. Reactor integrity, 3% structural collapse imminent. Machine spirit, offline. Orpheon's frame sinks toward the broken earth. His remaining arm jerks, a final spasmodic twitch, as the last traces of pressure feedback bleed into emptiness. His thoughts stretch thin beneath the pull of neural disconnect. His vision narrows. His limbs are hollow beneath the absence of function. The corrupted figures close in. Their jagged silhouettes dissolve beneath the pulse of red static. His targeting reticule fades. Threat assessments fall silent. The machine spirit does not respond. He is alone. A plasma bolt sears through his chest plate. His vision flares with static. Hydraulic fluid bleeds out beneath him, pooling darkly across the dirt. His limbs twitch once more, and then nothing. Power levels 1%. Core integrity failing. Reactor shutdown imminent. The last pulse of his plasma core flickers through his frame. A final stuttering beat, weak and hollow beneath the weight of collapse. His mind strains beneath the growing void. the edges of his thoughts fracturing beneath a thin pulse of static. And then the sound begins to fade. Orpheon's optics flicker. His vision bleeds out beneath the red haze of his collapsing interface. Shapes distort into shadows. Light fractures into the dull smear of thermal bloom. His thoughts grow thin beneath the dark weight of sensory failure. Shutting down. His mind fragments. Thoughts scatter beneath the pull of dissolution. Names and faces, blurred and incomplete, rise unbidden through the haze. Vitron, standing beside him, adjusting the alignment of his sarcophagus with quiet efficiency, the edge of his voice steady, calm beneath the sound of burning incense and humming power fields.
You will wake again.
A battlefield beneath the light of an alien sun. Adrian, Silas, Corin, brothers whose names are already fading, a broken line. The sound of bolter fire, hands reaching for him, and then smoke, static, silence.
Hold steady, brother.
The memory fractures. Vitron's face fades beneath the red haze of dying optics. His voice dissolves into the thin hum of static. Orpheon strains toward the sound, his mind reaching for that presence. But it slips away beneath the failing pressure of neural feedback. More faces rise through the haze. His brothers, the ones who died in the dark, the ones whose names he cannot remember, the ones who fought beside him and fell before he could reach them. Ghosts, specters of half-remembered names. The machine spirit is gone. His limbs are gone. Only his thoughts remain now, fading beneath the dark pull of collapsing function. A low, dim pressure coils beneath the broken edges of his mind. An echo of something greater, something distant, the Emperor's light. He feels it at the edge of his awareness, a faint shimmer in the blackness, too thin, too fragile to hold. His thoughts strain toward it. His mind staggers beneath the distance. Had he earned that light? Would it take him? Would it reject him? Or had he already been forsaken? After centuries of violence, centuries of waking and sleeping and waking again, centuries of blood and forgetting, did anything remain of him beneath the iron and the war? Did any fragment of humanity still exist beneath the machine? Or was he only function now? Only weapon? Orpheon's thoughts unravel beneath the weight of that question. The light flickers and then fades.
Vitron!
His mind whispers into the dark. He imagines him standing there beside the sarcophagus, beneath the low glow of lumen strips, his gauntlet resting lightly against the control interface, his voice steady, his gaze calm.
Are you still watching over me?
He imagines Vitron's expression, a faint knowing look beneath the pale glow of his bionic eye, his voice steady.
I always have been.
The battlefield is gone now. The sound is gone. The light is gone. Orpheon's mind trembles beneath the last pulse of his dying core. His thoughts fade beneath the thin hum of static. The ghosts of his brothers slip through the haze. Their names fade, their faces dissolve, and Vitron's face is the last to remain, calm and steady, beneath the edge of dissolving thought.
I always have been.
Orpheon's reactor bleeds one last thin pulse. His limbs fall slack, his optics go dark, the last signal fades beneath the thin hum of silence. He wonders, in the final moment, as the last edge of thought begins to dissolve, if Vitron will be waiting for him on the other side, if he will see his brothers again, if peace will finally embrace him, or if there is only the void, Orpheon's mind collapses beneath the silence, and at last, after centuries of waking, of sleeping, of violence and forgetting, after an eternity of being forged and reforged, weapon and warrior, forgotten and remembered, Orpheon feels nothing, no weight, no burden, no cycle waiting for him on the other side. Release. For the first time in centuries, for the first time in millennia, Orpheon is free, and the darkness takes him.
Alright, and that was either the Entombed or the Weight of Eternity, whatever I end up naming it. I hope you guys liked it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all the stuff. If you want to hear commentary, that's in the previous videos at the end. This is just a really short, sweet thank you and goodbye. Stay tuned for more. Again, I hope you liked it. I know they're not perfect. Again, go into the commentary if you want to hear me rant and rave about various things about the story and stuff, but I thought it was alright. There are a few things, obviously, I wanted to do differently that I should have, but I hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, etc. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.